Honda Philippines brought the 11th generation Civic to the country back in 2021. Since then, the ever-popular sedan became more mature in terms of looks, more sophisticated in terms of features, and became more impressive in terms of power. But is it still worth buying in 2023? Let's find out. Hi, this is Paulo Papa from Carmudi, Philippines, and today we're going to check the Honda Civic V variant. Let's go. At the front of the 11th generation Honda Civic is a very modest looking grille. Now this is what I mean when I said earlier na medyo mature na yung looks ng car na to. Now below that is a honeycomb styled grille in black plastic. Now what I like about it is that not only does it look simple and straightforward, but because of its uncomplicated design, it's very easy to clean. Okay? Now flanking on each side are LED headlamps, LED daytime running lamps, and an LED front fog lamp. Overall, yung vibes ng 11th generation Honda Civic, I think would appeal to our titos out there kasi na-retain niya yung DNA ng Civic nameplate. So now, let's see what's on the side. Here onto the side of the 11th generation Honda Civic, you'll find a body-colored side mirror, body-colored door handles, blacked out B and C pillars, 17-inch two-tone alloy wheels wrapped in tires that are designed to be quieter than others. Here at the back, the look and the design is very classy, especially considering that this is a city car, okay? Actually, kung titingnan mo, kung hindi mo makikita yung Civic badge right there, you would mistake it for an Accord, okay? But enough of that. Here at the back, notable features, I say, are a shark fin antenna, okay, a bulb-type third brake lamp, but on each side, you get LED tail lamps, okay? You have a continuation of the chrome elements from the side kasi you have a chrome Civic badge, a chrome Honda emblem, and the chrome VTEC turbo badge because this car is slapped with a turbocharged engine. We'll get to that in a few, okay? Moving down below, you have reflectors on each side and two neatly tucked exhaust pipes. Okay, so now we're inside the 11th generation Honda Civic and immediately we're greeted by a free-spoke urethane steering wheel and the shifter wrapped in urethane material. By the way, the shifter, I'd like to point out, mimics the design of old manual cars in the 90s. Just like what I've said, this 11th generation model mimics, or rather retains the DNA of old Civic cars, okay? Also inside, we get a 7-inch instrument cluster, a 7-inch floating infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it's wired. Additionally, the infotainment system still has large bezels on the side, which kind of make it look dated, if you may say. Okay? Despite the dated look of the infotainment system, especially because now it's 2023, back when it was launched in 2021, this was one of the best infotainment systems you can get on the market. The air conditioning vents kind of prevents you from using aftermarket phone mounts, okay? Like this one. Since it doesn't have the traditional slotted vertical vents, you won't have a place for these car accessories. I also would like to commend the grille of the 11th generation Honda Civic. Although it looks like it's really hard to clean, because let's face it, okay, hindi naman tayo laging nagpapa-detail ng sasakyan natin. More often than not, it's us, car owners, who do the cleaning ourselves. And kahit mukhang medyo mahirap siyang linisin, it adds a premium vibe to the interior of the sedan. Now, moving on to the center console of the 11th generation Honda Civic. This V variant sports a textured surface for the center console, which I prefer better than piano black surfaces because those materials are fingerprint magnets and they get dirty easily, unlike this one, which is relatively easy to clean. Right on my elbow is a fabric-covered armrest, and I am sitting on a fabric-wrapped seat, which I mind you are very comfortable fabric bucket seats. These bucket seats, by the way, are positioned very low into the ground, which gives you a driving feeling typical of Honda Civics, which is why you can drive like this. Which you shouldn't, by the way, because it's not safe. Oh. Okay, so now let's check how much room we have at the second row seats. Okay, so now I'm at the second row seats of the 11th generation Honda Civic. And to answer our question earlier, the sloping roof design of the sedan does affect the headroom for second row occupants. I am 5'7", okay? And this is my optimal driving position. As you can see, there's very little room to play with in terms of headroom. So a little over 5'8" would have difficulty sitting here at the back. Now, in terms of knee room and leg room, it's pretty much okay, pretty decent. Elbow room is also good, although I doubt that you can fit 3 full-size adults here. Maybe one nephew sitting here at the middle would be okay. In terms of toys, by the way, you have speakers here, 1, 2, which makes up a total of 4 speakers on each of the doors. There's only 1 bottle holder, grab handles here on both sides. But what's important is that you have a dual air conditioning vent to keep the passengers at the second row cool during short and long trips. So now that we've seen what the exterior and the interior of the 11th generation Honda Civic looks like, let's see how this performs on the road. Having the 11th generation Honda Civic makes you understand why a lot of people have fallen in love with the nameplate, okay? Number 1, it is nimble. Second, it is fast. And third, it is very stable, which is why it gives drivers, both beginners and veterans alike, an additional boost in confidence while they're on the road. So propulsion, as you can see, comes from a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, which makes 175 horsepower. It is mated to a CVT. Now, it is more powerful compared to the previous generations, which was then offered in a 1.8-liter naturally aspirated engine that made 139 horsepower and a 1.5 turbocharged liter engine that made only 175 horses. In terms of acceleration, the 11th generation Honda Civic does well even when in standard drive mode. Now, when you put it on sport mode just like this, it does even better. According to Honda, the top-of-the-line RS variant clocks in at around 21 kilometers per liter. However, this V variant, this car that we're driving, clocked in at around 18 kilometers per liter on the highway, which I think is still good compared to other sedans in the segment. Now, driving in the city, it clocked in at around 7.4 kilometers per liter. It's not even on eco mode, okay? When we switch it to eco mode, it does a little over 10 to 11 kilometers per liter while driving in the city. Still, matipid pa rin siya compared to other cars or performance cars, despite this one being a Civic. Right. Now, the Honda Civic nameplate is not actually known for having good NVH levels, okay? That said, you can still hear the road noise, the engine noise, or that sweet engine noise, while still you're in the cabin. Nevertheless, the environmental noise is pretty much muted, so you won't hear or you won't be bothered by tricycles and motorcycles passing through with loud mufflers. Also, may I add that the road and engine noise gets into the cabin not because the 11th generation Honda Civic is made of cheap parts, okay? But because of the roaring engine with 4 cylinders. In terms of safety, medyo busog tong 11th generation Honda Civic kasi this comes standard with the Honda Sensing. That's the brand's active and passive safety features.
The V variant of the Honda Civic comes with a suite of safety features such as a host of airbags, a slew of seat belts, ABS with EBD, vehicle stability assistant, hill start assist, an emergency stop signal, and a multi-view rear camera. Additionally, it gets the Honda Sensing suite of safety features, which adds adaptive cruise control, a collision mitigation braking system, a lane keeping assist system, lane departure warning, and lead car departure notification.
Now, price-wise, the 11th generation Honda Civic V variant, this one, this is priced at 1.5 million pesos, around 1.5 million pesos. Now, the RS variant, the RS Turbo variant, the range-topping model, is priced at around 1.7 million pesos. Now, granted that you're getting Civic DNA for 1.5 million pesos. Plus, you get sport mode as standard, you get the good looks, you get good interior features. I'd say that that price is about right. Do you believe that the V variant Civic is deserving of a 1.5 million peso price tag? Let us know in the comment section. So there you have it, our review of the 11th generation Honda Civic V variant. So to answer our question early on in this video, yes, it's still a good car to buy in 2023. By the way, if you're looking for second-hand units of this particular model, I know a website where you can find good quality cars that have been tested and vetted by professionals. That's our website at carmudi.com.ph. Again, this is Paulo Papa, and we'll see you on the next episode.